Good morning, everybody. It's Brett, your thankful carnivore. It's the 21st day of January 2020 on a Tuesday morning, and this is today's Thankful Carnivore Report. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about things that I find interesting regarding the carnivore way of eating. You can check me out across my social media at thankful.carnivore on Instagram, on Twitter, where the meat eating savages just run wild. It's Stickman Bleeding. That's STICKMAN Don't add a G. Facebook, YouTube at Thankful Carnivore. Listen, you could get a 30-minute coaching session from meatrx.com. That's right, a carnivore coaching session of 30 minutes for under $20. meatrx.com. Check it out. Listen, I've been asked this question a lot over the weekend, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. But it runs in cycles, these things, different questions. You have new folks coming in, new people being made aware of ketogenic ways of eating, the carnivore diet. So these questions kind of run in cycles. The subject for today is boredom. I get asked pretty consistently and then in bursts, and we're in one of those bursts right now. Don't you get bored? Hey, Brett, don't you get bored eating the same thing every day? Brett, how can you stand to just eat that every day? Don't you get tired of just eating meat? Don't you get tired of eating just bacon and ground beef? Don't you get tired? Don't you get tired? Aren't you bored? Brett, aren't you? And the answer to the questions like that is always no. Not even a little bit. Food, for me, has never, ever been entertainment. It's never been a place of refuge. Period. It's not been, oh my gosh, this horrible thing has happened. I need ice cream now. Now, I ate a ton of ice cream over the years, but it wasn't something that I sought out to placate my mood. It wasn't, oh, I'm depressed, I better have some cake. No, that's never been that way for me. Food is food. I've never been, oh, doesn't that plate look beautiful? If it's meat, it is. Now. But prior to carnivore, I was not a foodie. I ate what I liked, what I thought was good for me to eat, etc. Based on ignorance mostly and misinformation. But food, meat, for me is just fuel and medicine. And as I explain to folks on a regular basis in every one of these things, I only eat the meat I crave and can afford. Now think about that for a minute. When was the last time you ate what you genuinely crave? If you could eat, if I could afford it, I would stop eating the ground beef. I would replace that with filet mignon. So it'd be filet mignon and bacon. But I can't afford that. So I enjoy the extremely satisfying 90-10 ground beef and the 93-7 ground beef. And it's delicious. Every bite of every meal, every day. Bored? Tired of eating this way? You folks need to stop thinking like a sugar addict. You need to stop thinking like a carb addict. That's how carb addict, oh, this food, just eat, oh my gosh, just eat meat. That's so boring. I'll die. No, you won't. You'll die of type 2 diabetes, the complications of type 2 diabetes, 'Diabetes, 'way before you'll die of boredom from just eating meat. most assuredly. You'll suffer from arthritis far longer than I'll ever be bored eating meat, drinking water. That's just the brutal truth. Change your mindset. Food is fuel. And when you only eat meat, your fuel, protein, and animal fats. Protein gives us health and structure for our body. Fat provides the energy to make it all happen. What's to get bored with, people? Seriously. You see those beautiful pictures of bacon when I remember to take the picture? I've been bad about that the last couple of days. I'm sorry. Forgot this morning. Boy, it was delicious, though, let me tell you. Every bite is delicious. That bacon is like it's so good. Now, that's what I crave. That's what I crave and can afford. And I see people, I get asked from folks who are new to ketogenic ways of eating, new to the carnivore way of eating. So that's all I'm allowed to eat is bacon and mince or bacon and ground beef. No, that's what I eat because that's what I crave. You're going to crave what you crave. And I'll bet dollars to meat cookies, to use Kelly Hogan's term. I don't want to say dollars to donuts because who wants that crap in their life? Dollars to meat cookies. I'll bet you that if you just eat the meat you crave and can afford, you're not going to get tired of it until your body says, hey, you ought to crave something else this time for this meal or tomorrow or today. Boredom? That's sick thinking, people. Food is fuel. For folks like me, it's medicine also. It should never be anything else. Do you think 50,000 years ago that people were talking about, oh, I saw in gourmet Neanderthal this really awesome recipe, and it included all these beautiful green plants and garnishes. I think you're not living in reality. I change your thinking, my friends. Change the way you think about food. That's 90% of the battle right there. Stop looking at it as a source of comfort, a place of refuge. It's fuel. It's medicine for many of us. That's all it should be. Change your mindset, my friends, away from the status quo way of eating garbage and nonsense and thinking about things of, oh, I'll just get so bored. You know what's boring? Sitting in doctor's offices for hours a week, waiting for med checks, lab work, dealing with type 2 diabetes, arthritis, depression, anxiety, insomnia. That's freaking boring as hell. Eating meat and drinking water has liberated me from all that nonsense. It's liberating people all across the planet. We see it day in and day out. Change your thinking, my friends. Eat the meat you crave and can afford. Have a fantastic day. Always remember, you've got something to be thankful for. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.